Thank you once again for joining me on this daily journey towards resilience. I mentioned before, when I mentioned resilience from the book, Resilience, the Beauty of Presence, the process models for life. I intend to use that construct and concept as a reference for all these podcasts and for any distilled portion of the book to hopefully make the statements in the book and the podcast sync up nicely for you and your journey, for other references, and as you build on your journey with other either mantras or ideas or suggestions positive to yourself to make sure your resilience continues to get better and better and every day as your best. Today's topic is called the brightest star in the morning. So use that statement as a theme for this discussion today. So consider that statement and that idea of seeing the brightest star in the morning, or whenever, whatever moment you notice that, or something like that in your view and your journey and your perspective each day. So for example, this is an actual story or event that I had about a month ago. I was driving to work, and then it was well past the dawn of the day. It was way past dark, sun is up, it's a bright day. So I'm driving, and I look over, just happen to be driving towards work, and right there in the northeastern sky, in the direction I was driving, I saw something that I'd have probably observed this and seen it clearly at dead midnight or in the deep darkness of the day. But there it was. This morning, that star or that planet, it shone so brightly for that time of the day, like 6:30 in the morning on like a Thursday. So to me, it wasn't a big deal except just the sheer and sudden brilliance among other objects out there in the sky, clouds, the sun itself, planes, but it just shone so brightly in that sky, in that galaxy out there, even with the sun as the background and foreground. That star or that planet, it was just so bright that day. And unusual for me driving to work, I had to pull over and take that in on that Thursday morning. It just seemed it seemed to glisten and shimmer and glimmer at the same time. Again, in the middle of the morning. To me, it was certainly an example, a demonstration to me, a manifestation of beauty out there. I know I talk about beauty a lot, and I said, I'm no poet here, but this discussion about observing this shiny planet or star in the middle of the morning, it might sound like or seem like an apologia or a soliloquy today. It's not my intent to recite something poetically and about, it's a shiny day and the wisdom of life. No, nothing like that. It's just an observation and a reminder I'm sharing with you to see that brightest star in the morning for myself, in myself, and also in you and for yourself. Just think about that. Have you ever seen the brightest star in the morning? I say that to guide you toward a changing perspective. Our creation, we are both created in this world, individually, yet with a common goal. But our creation reflects a miniature version of what's out there. Let's focus on the positive intent by our Creator. Whatever ugliness or vanity that I create in my life, I do that as an aftermarket self-installation. It wasn't in the original plan. And I did that probably, in my experience, with cheap parts at that. So whatever we witness and observe of beauty and brilliance out there also resides within each of us, on board, within our original design. We have the authority or responsibility to produce from that original blueprint, to build and self-discover from that baseline. That initial or return to the awareness of that kind of realization goes back to that statement for this theme of this podcast today. Think of yourself as that brightest star in the morning. Let me say that again. Consider yourself as that brightest star in your morning. Check out that miracle in that mirror when you get up in the morning, getting ready to go out to work or whatever you're doing that day. Check out that image in front of you in that mirror. We all know that there are, at least 8 billion of us out here now in this manifestation in this world we're calling home temporarily. I think the best way to begin this journey is to do that. Check out that brilliance in that mirror. Check out that reflection of that image of you in that mirror. Yes, it's in reverse, but at least you're getting a look at what the brightest star in your morning looks like. No, you can't own it. But how about this? You taking the time to consider these words from me in these podcasts and maybe even in the book. It's just a different perspective from someone you don't know. But at least consider how it might, if not change your life, at least change your perspective today. A different view on, not me, on yourself. I can't offer you the one-of-the-world answers that will satisfy or reduce any of your obstacles. Yes, as the Stoics say, the obstacle is the way. If you're like me, another commonality maybe, my obstacles are the ones that I've created in myself and for myself. So I said before, maybe the best way to begin that journey now is to look at that image, that brightest star in the morning. What is you? That is me. And in each moment, we can observe that, take it in, reflect on it, and yes, be present, be current, and produce from that brightest star